your position as a captain, yeah, and you will retire. Uh, when was exactly happened, sir?
This is a very specific question.
Very specific.
Mas Eko, I have created the PowerPoint for everybody. Is it possible to be displayed?
Pak Darto bisa.
Do you think that the weather in this room is humid or cool? I ask everybody, do you think that the weather in this room is humid or cool? But why I am sweaty?
Cool enough, but you are sweating.
Oh,
Please forget, sir. Yeah.
very good. Photo.
Okay. Once again, actually, there is no problem with the seat. Yeah?
No problem.
But he stand always.
It doesn't mean that I am ambient.
Yeah.
I'm healthy.
I don't say that also.
If all of you instructed me to push up, I will do it in front of you. Oh, sorry, sombong.
I said that because that is the style of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Understand?
Okay. My friends, it's different style. When I was in front of the principals, I have to show my performance. It's different because you are English teachers and I feel I am an English teacher. So I will show this is my real style as English teachers.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, related to your question, you know that I have what is in bahasa, in English, bermetamorphosa. Yes, I am metaphor beginning from English teachers. You know that my major is English and my minor is music. When I was in IETA Bandung, my major is English and my minor is music. So when I was a teacher, I teach music, I teach drawing, I teach sociology, and I also teach sports. So multifunction teachers. So, you know that 85 until 2002 I was an English teacher, and 2003 until 2006 I was in SMP Balong, SMP Unggulan, also as English teachers. During my profession as teachers, I have an additional work as curriculum, vice principals in curriculum sections, in student sections, and public relations section. During my career in teachers, the last one in Unggulan, my principals chose me as the vice principals. So I had so many experience after becoming the principal. So I became the principal in 2007. First time I joined the selections and the first time I passed. Everybody said at the time, if you join the selection of the principal, you have to prepare so much money. That's nonsense. That is not for me. Because my background is so many achievements. I was selected as the English teachers, the only one junior high school English teachers to be selected as the participants of the Fulbright program called Civic Education. So 2007, I got Fulbright scholarship. So I went to the United States for more than a month, funded by the United States government. I studied about the education there from Western to Eastern United States, freely.
And
You are the only one.
The only one junior high school English teacher. So I hope one of you please do like me. You have to be brave. You have to be self-confident. Why? What happens to you? I think your ability much more better than me. But you do not have good self-confidence. That is the problem. Every morning you have breakfast with yellow rice. I do so. In the morning you have breakfast with geblok. I do so.
You like geblok?
Yes. And 2007 I became a principal. You know, there are so many things that I have to do. Maybe some of you have heard about my story. When the first time I became the principal, the school where I was the principal called by Sekolah Buangan Anak Jin. So the principal appointed there is the father of Jin. This is the man. You know, there are so many challenges. Because I like challenge. This is the commitment. I like challenges. If there are challenges, my brain works so hard. It makes me healthier. It makes me stronger. I don't know exactly. It happens to me. So I wrote many articles. I create many research. And the research in 2 years gave me many things. I passed as the best principals in West Java at the time. One of the prize is the laptop and the money 5 million at the time. And then I joined the selection for the principals who want to study in England. At the time, 2009, beginning 2009, there is special selection for the principals. Most of them coming from RSBI schools. But I am coming from the remote school. 120 principals all over Indonesia joined the program, 3-month selection.
And you are the winner.
And fortunately, from West Java, only me who passed the election. 120 principals, only 12 passed. From West Java, only me passed and got the scholarship from the British Council. So I studied education in the United Kingdom. Anybody want to imitate me?
Yeah.
Please do much more better than me. So I know the form, the pictures of pound sterling. I know the money of United States people, the currency, the dollars. I know well. And I studied in England about the education in Bristol and South Gloucester, South England. You know why it happens. So when I stand in front of, sorry, I don't like sitting because I like sport. You know that there is belly, no belly in mine. Is that right? Still langsing, right? Sporty body. You know, if you want to be a healthy English teacher, to healthy people, please start from mind, from heart, from the way how you eat and taking enough sports. You know that if you do so what I did, it is because of not I stay in Japan for a long time. No, because this is my way since I was young. And I think I'm still young. From the spirit. Japanese people say that 60 people, the people who are 60, they say they are still teenagers. Japanese people say. Okay, continue. I studied in United Kingdom. I studied in United States of America. Why it happens? When I was the young English teacher, that is my big dream. Sayangnya tidak. Unfortunately, I prepared the material. I prepared the material for all of you, for the 2 nights. When I was young English teacher, I had big dreams, and I always said to the students, my students, someday I would study in the 2 biggest English-speaking country in the world, United States and England. My big dreams started inside of my mind and heart. Fortunate for me, the time was coming about 1990. It happens 2007 and 2009. How long? About 15 years later. It happens. So please keep inside of your mind about your big dreams. Allah will accept your dreams. In one condition, you have to be istiqomah. You have to be disciplined with yourself. Everybody will be coached. So, my PowerPoint title, Pursue and Grab Your Big Dreams. You know, the first time I flew to United States, you know that there are four flights from Jakarta to Detroit at the time. From Jakarta to Singapore. What is the name of one of the best airport in Singapore? Changi, yes. Changi is one of the best airport in the world. From Jakarta to Changi, 1 hour flight. From Changi, one of the biggest and the busiest airport in the world in Japan is, yes, Narita. Yes. What is your name? Excellent. Yes, Narita. I stopped in Narita for 3 hours. From Singapore to Narita about 7 hours. I stopped transit in Tokyo for 3 hours. I said, there was a big dream here. Oh, this is very nice airport. I pray to the God, maybe someday I will work here. That pray come inside of my mind. So from Narita, we flew to Detroit. About 13 hours. Crossed the Pacific Ocean. From Detroit, flew to Hartford, 2 hours. So 4 flights from Jakarta to United States. You know, it happens 2007, my dream working in Japan. 2009, there was the announcement from Kemdikbud about the selection of the principal for Indonesian school out of the countries. I joined that selection. You know how many participants? 186 all over Indonesia. 186. 3 days in Kemdikbud. We joined the selections and the announcement coming a week later, and only 10 people. 10 participants who passed. I was number 1. In my mind, number 1 is just only the number. So we were invited by the committee to come to Jakarta again, and we joined the second test. You know, from 10 participants, 9 of them graduated from overseas universities. Massachusetts, Boston, SIBA, Toronto Curtin Technology in Australia, only me who graduated in master from local university. No. Uniku. My diploma 2 was from UPI. My D3 from Open University. My S1, Unwir. He was my senior. I am younger than him when I was in university. Maftuha, where is Maftuha? Maftuha was my classmate. Yes. I always ask her when we have tests. S1 in University and S2 in University. You know, 9 of them from overseas university. Of course, they were excellent in English. I was graduated from UNI. But, as I said to you, if we are istiqomah, apa istiqomah in English? What is istiqomah? Consistent, yes. If we are consistent, doing something and asking to the God about my dreams, so God will be realized. 3 days selections. I didn't choose Japan. I choose Netherlands. Why? So all the interview, the selection are in English. You know that only 15 minutes we have to decide essay in 2 papers. 15 minutes you have to write in English 2 pages. 15 minutes. You can imagine, okay? All the jury or the judge coming from the Indonesian university, the professors, and high rank officer from the foreign minister and education minister. Very, very difficult test. And God bless me. I am number 1 again. And number 1 is the highest rank. So this is the man that God blessed me with full of excellent things. Not because I am right, no. So God increased me into the highest level. So when I was the principal of Tokyo Indonesian schools, this is my top career, my highest career. You know how much the salary? Do you want to know?
Yes.
Do you want to know?
Yes.
Okay. Now please prepare your calculator. There are 2 envelopes from Indonesian embassy in Tokyo. One envelope was $6,875 United States dollars. Okay? How much in rupiah? At that time, the $1 is 13,000. 13,000.
No 14, right?
No, not right now. 13,000. Have you counted? About 9. And the other envelope, how much? 250,000 Japanese yen. One Japanese yen was 120. About 25 million. How much? More than 100 millions a month. It is not salary. It is not salary, not salary, but allowance. Allowance living in Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo, Japan is the highest living cost in the world, except New York City. 110 million a month. Tunjangan profesi is okay, no problem. So much money. God bless you. So please always do your best during the work industry. So I'm so motivated to tell.
No problem.
You know that after I come back, there is something like, when I was joining the test to Japan, I was accepted from ALS. Do you know ALS? Australian Leadership Scholar. So please you search in Google, Australian Leadership Scholar. So I got the opportunity to join doctorate program. So I discussed with my wife at the time. There were two opportunities for me to work and to study abroad. So we discussed with my family, if you took doctorate degree, you would go Australia alone, but if you took Japan, you would go with family. So we discussed together, so we choose as a principal in Tokyo, Japan. So I left. Okay, after finish my work in Japan, I come back to Indonesia, July 2015. July, yes. Actually, the ambassadors at that time, Pak Lutfi, Muhammad Lutfi, now Pak Muhammad Lutfi is the Minister of, anybody know? Yes, the Minister of Trade. And Pak Lutfi said to me, Pak Pardo, please tell your leader in Ramayu, I want you to extend your position in KBS in Tokyo. So I went home to Ramayu and I asked Pak Odang, please give me another opportunity for me to extend my stay in Tokyo. But Pak Odang rejected me. Yes. Pak Odang said to me, Pak Pardo, please go, come back home, and you would be the principal in SMP Tusingan, or you will be the curriculum section. I didn't answer anything at the time. So I went back to Tokyo, Japan, and I said to Pak Ambassador at the time, my leader refused me to extend my stay in Tokyo. But the other ambassador at the time, Pak Yusron, extended me 2 months. And after finish my work, my duty in Tokyo, I came back to Indramayu, and the head of education was changed from Pak Odang to Mr. Ali. Mr. Ali didn't know well, so he told me, Pak Pardo, do you want to be an English teacher at SMP Unggulan or SMP Tusingan? I chose SMP Unggulan because this is my hometown. Okay, no problem. You can imagine. I was the English teacher in SMP Unggulan. I was the principal in SMP Unggulan. And after finishing the duty, I became the English teacher in Unggulan again. Was it the problem? No. For me, it's no problem. Because my blue blood is real English teachers. You know, when I was in front of the student teaching English, all the students mlomo saja. Because real examples. And I made them dreaming. You could do much more better than me. So I always arouse them spirit. That is the inspiring teaching. And you know, at the time, I was offered by the Minister of Education to be the officers in Jakarta as Kasubdit Perencanaan in Kemdikbud. So I asked permission to Mr. Ali. Pak Ali, please let me do the offer from Kemdikbud for me to be the Kasubdit. 2016, you moved from Indramayu to Jakarta. So I come back to Indramayu. I told Pak Ali, do you mind if I move to Jakarta as the officer in Kemdikbud? Oh, please don't do that. So Pak Ali, please just wait for a while. You will be the supervisor first. So I become the English supervisor only for 1 month and 1.5 months. And then Pak Ali asked me to the head of curriculum sections, and also Pak Ali asked me to be the head of junior high school section now. So it is forbidden for me to ask the position. Anyway, everybody asked me to do. Not I asked to do, but everybody asked to do. Why? 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 Because of profession. No problem for me. You know, there is another, and I think this is my highest achievement. 2018, when I was the head of curriculum sections, I also joined the task of education attaché. You know? So this is the one of highest position in embassy, Indonesian embassy outside. At that time, I chose Bangkok. Do you know Bangkok? Bangkok? Do you like Bangkok or Lurus?
In Thailand. Lurus in Indramayu.
So, you know, I still remember, 133 participants. Most of them were professors and PhD. Only 2 participants were masters. Me and my friends from Eastern Java. Unfortunately for me, it's very lucky for me, I was passed the first selections, 153 becoming 32 participants. You can imagine. So I was joining the second test for 3 days, all using English. Months later, actually, I was passed. I passed the examination, but there have to be one condition. There will be the specific recommendation from the mayor. It is a must that the recommendation from the mayor given to the candidate. But unfortunately, the mayor didn't give me the permission. Still a different thing. He said, you stay many countries, please stay here. That is the highest achievement for me. 2018. You know, this is also another achievement. So if you do with your heart to your students, there are many feedback to you coming. Believe me, please. You know, when our head of education moved to university, Mr. Ali asked me, Pak Bardo, please replace me to be the head of education. 4 times he asked me, what do you think if this offer comes to you? Do you want to refuse or do you want to accept it? Pak Ali asked me, Pak Bardo, please replace me to be the head of education in Indramayu. What was my answer at the time? I rejected. Why? Because I am a person who knows inside. Everybody say that high rank position in education office is nice. I think it's okay. My idealism is still in my mind, but there are so many problems faced. For example, every time, every month, every year, we were invited by the law enforcers. If you do not have mental defense, well, you will be sick. Every day, there are many journalists come to my office. Every day. You can imagine. They always provoke me to get angry, but I never get angry. Because the biggest challenge. And you know that this is my career, so I changed from teachers, principal, supervisor, hiring position until right now. All given by our God Almighty. So if anybody do your work best, I am sure you will get something benefit. So don't think that everything will be the money. The most important thing is your health. Okay? I think that's all. Thank you so much.
Yes, when we talk or speaking or discuss with Papa, always like that. He is always enjoyable, many experience.
Yeah.
And I think we can take many advantages and lessons from him. Pak Bardo, let me give you the last question. You will be retired. Are you set? Will be?
So good.
This is a very polite question. Like Japanese people. I would like to say frankly, this is a polite question like Japanese. I am very happy to face it. You know, 21 days ahead, effectively, I will work as officer in education office. You know, everybody said to me, what will you do after you retire? And like say frankly to you, there are so many offers for me. So many offers. From the lowest one, becoming the principals at private schools, becoming a head of foundation, certain foundation, becoming a lecturer. The professor from Jakarta, he is Indramayu people, he asked me, you have to be a lecturer in certain university. If you answer yes, I will manage it. You just sit at home, you will move to university. Next, somebody said that please join with me to be legislative member. And the last one, it happens the last Saturday, in early morning, he asked me to have breakfast together, and he asked me to be the chairperson of Education Council. You know what were my answers? I rejected all. You rejected all. Well, Pak Bardo, thank you so much. It is interesting to talk with you. I hope
uh, maybe in another activity we can meet again, because we are here in limited time and we have many activity or agenda. I think we have to stop this. So, my friend, why don't we give big applause to Bapak Hibadro? Thank you. Okay, but before we close this activity, IETA talk, yeah. We come to the second section in this room, Pak Pardo. I have 5 merchandise. I want you to give to. I give the merchandise to my member, to all of you, but not all, because the total is maybe 5 merchandise. But I want to invite Ibu Ayu. Where is Ibu Ayu? My assistant. Come here and bring the merchandise.
House assistant?
Yeah. Personal assistant. He's my neighbor.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you, Ibu Ayu. Do you want to sit here? No? Okay. So many things Pak Pardo said, so many things you hear from Pak Pardo. Yeah, I have, what is it? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Pak Pardo, give them a question, and everybody who can answer well, you can give this merchandise. Okay, Pak Pardo, choose one. Give one.
I will choose. The person who always put their hands under the tree. You.
Okay, Pak Krista. Okay.
Sorry, I remember your name. Eko, Tato, Darto, Maria, Tati. Aat, Krista, Sunati, Buran, Farida, Sinta, Dedi, Puri, Matuha, Ayu, Puswati, Tupusin, Uzi, Yoyo,
You have a very good memory, sir.
Because I always have breakfast at sega kuning. The question is for Krista. Krista, please just relax. Because I am your mate. Although I am much more older than you, but we are the same blood, English teacher. Do you know when I was the principal in Tokyo? You still remember my story? Who was the ambassadors of Indonesian embassy? If you listen to me very well, you will answer me well. Yes! Muhammad!
Who is he?
You answered me very well. So should I give it to him?
Yes.
Okay.
Bahyani. Okay, congratulations, Bahyani. Okay.
Next one, sir. Next question.
Yeah, next question.
When I was the student of university, I had 2 classmates. The name was Maftuha and Farida. I always checked to Farida at the time because Farida was clever English student. So this is the question for you.
Okay, Bu Farida.
Rather than nervous.
Really? Why you get nervous too? Because I am handsome. So the question, do you remember when I was in Tokyo as principal, from what year until when?
2011 until 2013.
Is it right, sir?
No.
No.
I'm so sad you didn't listen me very well. Or my English is so slow. Too slow. Anybody remember? Okay.
You are.
Can I try to answer?
Yes.
Okay. If I'm not wrong, for about 2007 until 2009.
Yes, but still wrong.
Okay, Ibu Tati.
I was there for 3 years and 2 months.
2000.
Read it again.
Read it again, Bu Tati.
2007.
2007.
To test 2 plus 2015.
Yes. Exactly.
Wow.
2012 until 2015. You can count my salary. How much?
Okay.
But this is a pity for me because my body is still like this. It means I can keep my condition right now. Because I always check my healthy 6 months, once in 6 months. I also check my feet 1 in 6 months. I check my blood chemistry, like cholesterol, gold, glucose, and triglyceride. All over.
Okay, Bapak No, we have three friends again. But we have different model.
Okay.
Question. Why don't we give them a test to practice retail? Yeah? Make a retail by their own language in 5 sentences maybe about anything you have said. Okay.
Excellent way.
Yeah.
Please, I ask Furi, please give me only 3 English words
English word.
about my real story. About my experience. 3 words.
3 words.
Adjective. Is it right?
Yeah.
3 adjective.
Sayang lang mas tayo, mas.
Please don't be afraid to speak up.
But the cameraman is do not write to answer, right? You focus with your camera.
Don't be afraid to be wrong. Confident.
Consider inspiration.
Inspiring. Okay.
And smart.
Oh, thank you so much.
Is it right, sir?
Yeah.
Okay, take it one.
And now, Tupak Tato.
Coba Tato. Where is he?
Okay, Pak Tato, you stay there. Stay here.
Yeah.
I have a game for you.
Yeah,
I think this is the old game.
the old game.
I'm sure that all of you still remember about the numbers game.
Wait a minute.
Numbers.
You said that the old game,
Yes.
but I'm still young. You give me the old game to the young man. So if I can lose, it's no problem.
Oh, you are good though, yeah? Pak Tato,
Yes, sir.
this is the numbers game. And I always give this game to the English teacher when we were gathering.
Yeah.
The numbers game is we will compete counting number 1 until number 20. Remember that?
Yes, yes.
If anybody
Oh my
catch
God.
number 20 the first, he is the winner. You still remember that?
Have to catch the...
I will give you the example.
Yes.
So you and me will compete one and the others.
Yes.
The regulation of the rules is only you and me just count 1 or 2 number only. For example, I said 1, you continue 2, 3, 2 or 2, 3. 4
5.
or 5, 6. You are the winner.
I am the winner. Okay.
As the chairperson of English Teacher Association.
Who start with?
Up to you.
Okay.
Do you want to challenge?
1, 2.
3. 3.
Oh, sorry.
5.
6,
7. 8.
9, 10,
11.
12,
13. 14.
15, 16,
17.
18. Oh my God! Lose again.
Because he is younger than me, so I give the prize for him.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, sir. Thank you. There is still one. Yeah, there is still one. Papardo, maybe the last one we give them the easy question.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me choose.
Okay.
Okay. Who can answer me? You can give this pen. Yeah. But you have to raise your hand. Fast. Yeah. Yeah. What is the topic of the activity? Ya, Pak Uzin ya? IETA gathering. Do you agree? The topic? No, I'm sorry. Come on. Yes. Talk and line. Is it right? No. Yeah. Experience from my Pak Pardo. Is it right? No.
Love, passion, and inspiration.
That's right. Love, passion, and inspiration. Marida, congratulations. This is for you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Akhirnya. We come to the end and stop this activity.
Before ending, you stop the activity, I would like to say thank you so much for your appreciation. I'm becoming like this because of your prayer and support. Again, thank you so much. And next year, start from January, I will stop working as the government officer. But I hope our friendship still exists. You right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, still keep in touch.
Ya, beri tepuk tangan untuk Bapak Supardo. Oke teman-teman, it's time to Indonesian time, right? Setelah acara ini, ya, kami sudah siapkan. Nanti kita akan makan bersama, ya. Kami sudah atur dalam satu saung diisi 6 orang, ya. Mohon maaf apabila ada kekurangan, kami akan pesan lagi karena terus terang kami sudah men-setting ini, kami tinggal nambahin ya. Oke. Jadi dalam satu saung silakan berkumpul 6 orang, kita makan bersama, nikmati menu yang ada ya. Supaya tidak lama, mohon maaf kami yang memilihkan ya. Karena nanti terlalu lama, ada yang pesan ini nanti terlalu lama. Jadi itu efektivitas saja. Maka kita akan menuju ke aula, ke saung ya. Pak Supardo juga saya harap ikut bersama kami ya. Yang lain mengikuti. Dan mari kita akhiri kegiatan IETA Talk dengan bersama-sama mengucapkan hamdalah. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Thank you everybody. Forgive me and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Iya. Foto barengnya sekarang apa nanti setelah makan? Sekarang saja. Ayo kita foto bareng teman-teman. Ya.
Yang problem itu apa? Kabel ya, padahal tuh ya. Infocus. Iya. Problemnya.
Sudah saya suruh siapin. Nggak tahu salonnya di mana.
Ya. Maka teman-teman kita berkumpul di depan, kita foto, ya. Kita foto bersama untuk kenang-kenangan. Ada yang duduk apa berdiri semua, Pak Pardo?
Pak Pardonya duduk sendirian.
Nah, Bapak duduk sendirian.
Ini saya dibantu ini terus lulus kayak gini. Raden Mas.
Iya. Saya foto.
Di depan ada yang jongkok, bapak-bapak ya. Bapak-bapak ada yang jongkok. Kalau lagi di sini. Satu orang di sini. Oh maaf, kameramen fokus ngurus kamera saja ya.
Hah?
Bisa nggak? Ini.
Gak pencet ini aja kayak. Nih, pencet ini ya. Nah, ini nih foto ya. Oke.
Pak Darto bergabung. Nah, pastikan kena semua Mas ya.
Iya.
Mejanya sama Pak. Kecil. Didorong ke mejanya.
Kena.
Bilang Mas. Kalau yang pernah bilang Mas.
Iya, kena kok. 1, 2, 3.
Everybody smile.
Mas nggak mau moto, Mas. Malah balik kameranya. Oh gitu.
Pak Eko ya. Yes.
Tapi nggak apa-apa, ini kan masih streaming, Pak. Ini masih streaming. Ambil pakai kamera ini aja deh. Terima Mas ya. Iya.
Ada yang teriak tolong dari Bapak tuh suaranya kenceng ya. Siap. Ayo. Ya, kita jawab yes dia ya.
Yuk. 1, 2, 3.
Lagi Mas, lagi. Gaya bebas.
Ini sarangnya kan lagi gaul. Ibu-ibu jangan salah kode ya, bukan begini lawan. Begini. Ada yang salah. Begini.
Oke Bapak Ibu.
1, 2, 3.
Your smile.
Oke. 1, 2, 3.
Lagi Mas, satu lagi Mas.
Satu, dua, tiga.
Yuk kita makan bersama. Ibu-ibu yang mau apa-apa.
Oke, keren. Keren. Agak ke belakang sedikit. Oke, 1, 2. Senyum, 1, 2. Oh, tahan. 1, 2. Oke, tahan. 1, 2. Smile, Bu. Oke.
Nggak berasa.
I expect you do not smoke
Yes, sir.
What happens? Go there.
I'm up now. I'm in curriculum SMPT.
Why you don't join the calon guru penggerak?
Hari Jumat, Pak. Pelatihannya di SMPT.
Because one of the condition is to the principal is I think you are able to do so.
Inshallah.
Yeah. Semangat Mas.
Trust me, sir.
Yes,
I will
I
be
trust you.
the best.
Yeah,
I show you.
hope so. I hope so.
Able to do this.
Yeah, you have to do the best always.
Thank you, sir. Saya mau saling.
Ini siapa ini?
Ini ponakan tukang foto. Dia dari Bali, fluent English, Pak. Coba bisa
Really?
ditanya.
I'm so happy you still young. You can speak English.
Yes.
well.
But British.
No problem. British, American,
Yeah.
Australia. The most important thing we can
So
speak
you
and
just-
listen each other and stuff.
Introduce yourself.
Okay.
My name is Alfan.
Al-
Alfandi.
Alfan.
Alfandi.
How do you call you? How I call you?
Alfandi or
Alfandi. Okay.
I'm 17 years old.
17 years old. Yeah.
Stayed in Bali since I was in 5th grade.
Yeah.
There was long ago I stayed in Bali for 8 years old.
Oh.
I back to Bali around a month ago. My school is to IETA.
Oh, so your English teacher is Mrs. Oh, SMA.
SMK.
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 Vocational school. I'm so surprised you can speak English very well. Someday you have to get the scholarship from England, from the United States, or from Japan. So you have to search in Google about the scholarship. For example, scholarship in Japan is able to speak English very fluently like you. How to make your English fluent? You practice every day? With who? Your mother can speak English fluent. She speak English. Yeah. Okay, Alfani, I'm so happy to see you.
Thank you, sir.
People who inspire you, right? Be good boy for the mom. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You are great. Amazing, bro.
Barangnya gimana?
Hah?
Barangnya biarin dulu.
Udah biar itu. Matiin aja lampunya, kita makan dulu. Okay, that's for today. The program is finished, and you can see the program in Mr. Jowo channel, right? Just Mr. Jowo channel. You can subscribe, like, and share. Thank you so much, and see you next time.